Hey everyone, long time no see. It feels like forever since I filmed a video. I'm so sorry for my lack of activity. It's because December was just so busy with school, fundraising and Christmas. It was absolutely manic. But now we're in the new year, 2019, so hopefully I can get some more frequent videos done for you guys. But today's video is a bit more of a serious video. It's about my weight because that is a major update in my health at the moment because my weight has dropped and my doctors are taking more steps to ensure that I gain weight. So I want to just update you guys because, you know, this time last year, my New Year's resolution was to gain weight, but that hasn't happened. In fact, I've actually lost weight, which is so infuriating for me because it feels like I'm being held back and all I want to do is progress forward and be successful and go to med school, do my gap year, enjoy myself, but I can only do that if I get to a good weight. So I want to just talk you guys through what's happening, what the steps are, you know, if you're interested, that is. If not, then you can click off this video, but I hope that you do enjoy this video. So it all started because I had a clinic appointment about a month ago with my big consultant. So my consultant from the big kind of oncology unit that I was treated on. And she comes to my clinic every 6 months. So I got to see her, which is really nice. But the disappointing thing for myself and her included is that I have lost weight since she last visited me at clinic. And I think I lost about 3 kilograms, so that really isn't good. So what she asked me was, do you think that you have an eating disorder? Which I thought, oh my god, why are these doctors pressing me on this? Why do they think I have an eating disorder? This is not a psychological problem, this is a physical problem. That's how I see it. I see it that I can't eat enough because my stomach is small from chemotherapy. I don't have that much appetite, and because I get IBS flare-ups, I don't always want to eat so much because I get bloated very easily and that makes me feel sick, and when I feel sick it reminds me when I was on chemo throwing up all the time. So I guess I have a lot of negative associations to food, and I think that was more what she was pointing at. I don't think she believes that I starve myself or I forcibly make myself throw up, but what she explained to me is that eating disorders can come in many different forms. So what she thinks for me is that I've perhaps built up negative connotations to food because I had the feeding tube for 9 months where I didn't have to eat. And then before getting the feeding tube, there was a lot of pressure for me to eat to gain weight. But of course I wasn't able to eat because I'd just been diagnosed with cancer and I didn't feel well. And then during maintenance, when I didn't have the feeding tube, there was a lot of pressure for me to eat then. But of course, having the feeding tube for 9 months, I was used to not having to eat, so eating felt like a chore to me. So perhaps over the years I've developed negative connotations to food because I am very aware that when I choose what I eat, I do restrict some foods such as beans, lentils, and sometimes bread, just because they were the foods that used to make me feel super horrible and bloated when I was on chemo. And even now it kind of gives me an IBS flare-up if I have too many beans, or if I have the smallest bit of lentils, then I get really bad reactions to that. So yeah, I think it's more of a subconscious thing because it's not like I think, oh, I don't want to eat, and I'm not a calorie counter either. If someone gives me a chocolate bar, I'll eat it. So I don't know, I've always been slim because I used to do cross country before I had cancer, and I have a high metabolism. It runs in my family. So I think with my stomach being smaller from chemo, perhaps I'm not able to get in enough calories as the average person my age. so I have to try a lot harder. And that is difficult for me because sometimes I do find eating a chore because I don't always have an appetite, and I'm one of these people that eats to live. I don't live to eat, because as much as I like food, I don't love it. It's just, you know, I have to eat it, otherwise I get hungry or I don't have enough energy. So it is kind of a love-hate relationship, I must say. And before, when I was kind of losing weight but the doctors weren't too concerned, my doctors kept saying to me, eat more chocolate, eat more junk food. And that kind of put me off, because I want to gain weight healthily. I don't want to just binge on a load of chocolate and donuts and crisps, but that's not me. It doesn't make me feel good. I'll have chocolate every day, but I'm not going to eat excessive amounts. So at the moment we're trying to find healthy ways for me to gain weight, because it is quite hard, as I am a vegetarian who doesn't like cheese or eggs. So my diet is very restricted. But we are getting there. My consultant has referred me to an eating disorder clinic. I wasn't very happy about this, but she convinced me to try it, so I'm trying it. I still believe that it's not an eating disorder. I just believe that it's just the way I am. I don't know, but we'll wait and see. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm not sure when my appointment is yet. I haven't had the referral through. And then my doctor's also referring me to a dietitian, which I'm very happy about, because the dietitian will help me to be able to kind of develop meal plans and to be able to integrate calories into my life more easily. So that's really good. But I feel like I had such an emotional response when my doctors pressed me about the eating disorder issue, because it makes me feel like I failed in some sort of way. I know that's ridiculous, but ever since remission especially, I am so obsessed with self-improvement, being successful, and I'm so used to exceeding everyone's expectations and being successful, that having this failure where I can't gain weight, and I'm you know, after this long after treatment you should have gained weight, but I haven't, and that seems like a failure to me. So that was really hard for me to deal with, but I'm kind of getting used to it now, and I'm in a better mindset, I believe, to try and get more calories on board. And I think just prioritize eating a lot more. Before, I prioritized my schoolwork, my blog, but now I realise that I do need to make time to perhaps meal prep, plan what meals I'm having, make sure I'm not having the same thing every day. So yeah, we're making some positive steps, and at the moment I'm on these protein milkshakes, and 500 mils has about 500 calories, so that's really good, and then it also has protein. So I'm just trying to live a more healthy lifestyle, because before I believed that I was living a healthy lifestyle, but perhaps I wasn't, because I was probably studying too much and not doing enough exercise and not eating enough. So yeah, I'm just trying to make positive changes to my lifestyle. Thank you so much everybody for watching. It was really nice just to kind of just talk to you guys about that and get it off my chest, because I believe if other people are supporting me and rooting for me, then it will motivate me even more to make sure I eat more calories and gain weight. So thank you so much everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.